Welcome, everybody, to Awakening the Lightbody. This has been a series that has been very much a part of my heart and a lot of hard work that I have been doing over the last several months. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity now to finally share this information with you. It was given to me, I would say, back in December of 2011 as a cosmic download, for lack of a better term. And we have been hoping to present this to the public for weeks now. And now we have the opportunity to do that. So let me start off with part one of part one, which is what is the light body and why are we choosing to awaken it now? As many of you know, it is the year 2012. And we have been waiting very much, quite a bit now, for this wonderful cosmic experience to come upon us. And what makes 2012 so special is not necessarily what Hollywood has brought us to believe. It's not necessarily the end of the Mayan calendar. It is more of a cosmic timeline that is happening. It refers to a time in human history where the human body, the human mind, and spirit are all evolving. And we are going to and are going through a giant leap in spiritual and emotional and physical evolution. For those of you that don't know what I mean by that, let me explain a little bit about what the light body is. Now, the light body, for lack of a better term, let me start off by saying, think of the chi meridians. But let me take it a step further and telling you that the light body is not only the chi meridians, but it is a grid work, a light grid that is a part of your body that combines not only your physical, but your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual body into one cosmic grid light, for lack of a better term, that connects you to the rest of the cosmos. It is a majority of who you truly are. You live in a physical body most of the time. You are usually aware of what is going on around you physically and materialistically and whatnot. But what you're not aware of is that a majority of who your essence is connected to the rest of the universe, and we don't get to see that. You don't get to see your connection to the planets, the stars, your higher self, your connection to the source from which you come from. So the light body is transcendent of all the planes of consciousness. It incorporates and is joined together through, I guess the best way to say it would be light pathways that work on sound and light. And with the sound and light pathways, it is our connection to the cosmos, your connection to your source, your higher self. Again, I can't help but reiterate the fact that this is a time that we are choosing to do this. Many of us have chosen to incarnate at this time for this very reason, to teach these thoughts, to teach these philosophies, these metaphysical techniques, these awakening techniques. And for those of us who are watching this or listening, you are here because you're a light worker, and that's why you're listening to this talk. As light workers, we've chosen to incarnate at this time for this very reason, and that is why awakening the light body is such an important issue and a step in evolution for us as light workers, as humanity. So as we come to understand what the light body is and why we're awakening now, let us say that let me give you a little bit of a visualization. The light body is the Merkaba. I know a lot of people visualize the Merkaba as the Star of David or the hexagonal pentagram, as many of us discuss it. But that is a symbology of what the light body is. The light body is your Merkaba. It is your vehicle to transcend physical manifestation and move into higher realms of consciousness and awareness. Now, as we develop our light body, what's going to happen and what does happen and is happening, and I'm sure many of you have already spoken with those or those of us who have done this. And as you are evolving and getting accustomed to wearing this new awakened light body, what we're seeing is we're seeing a connection with the light beings. People are in more contact with light beings, the angels, whatever your terminology is. It connects us with the rest of the cosmos. Let's look at the light body, for lack of a better term, and forgive me for saying that over and over again, because it's very hard to conceptualize into a verbiage. It's such uh, a loose terminology. But let's visualize the solar system or the Milky Way galaxy. Let's visualize all the planets and all the lights and all the stars, and everything is all swirling around, the center of the galaxy. And each of those arms has a multitude of galaxies, a multitude of planets, and on those planets, a multitude of living beings, whether they be human or not, whether they be transdimensional or not. And what the light body is our connection to all of that. It is, for lack of a better term, the key of the universe. I know we've spoken with the Dogon, and they speak of something very similar called the Ali, which is the interaction and the discussion or the conversation. Let us say that the light body is the threads of light that connects us to all of that, and it is connected to us. I want to really focus and point out here right now that the light body, in I guess in shamanic terms, for lack of a better term, in shamanic terms, I was taught by my teacher 20 years ago that a real shaman has his foot on every plane of consciousness. The shaman has the ability to alter their state of consciousness from the physical to the mental to the emotional to the spiritual to the cosmic. And that is what awakening the light body is going to do. It will give us the ability to alter our state of consciousness and to reduce that heaviness. Remember, the 3D reality is only a slowed down vibration. It's a very heavy vibration. It's very fair to say that here on Earth, we're at, 3.5, 4, we're talking about these days, but we really are meant, I don't want to say meant to be, but I feel that we have the ability to be in 5D. We have the ability to be five-dimensional beings as we give up this lower vibration, this lower heaviness, this lower idea of who we are. And I think that's the first step, is giving up the idea of who we are. Because once we get past the barriers, past the ego created blocks or walls that disconnect us, that we will be able to awaken the light body. Now, when we came to Earth, when we incarnated on Earth, we chose to have that disconnection. And it's not a bad thing. We chose so we could be in physical form. But what happened was that when we had that disconnection, we kind of shut down the light body. What's so wonderful about what's happening right now in 2012 is that now we have the ability to have it all. And what I mean by that is that we can now have the light body active, be connected to the star beings, be connected to the cosmos, be connected to our source, and still maintain some type of physical presence and live physically, wholly mentally, wholly emotionally, and wholly spiritually by literally shifting our focus and our clarity. Shifting our awareness is really just going to be the only thing you need to do. You won't need to, go on a 1 month retreat, or or take one of these $3,000 a month, workshops or something like that. What what's happening now with where we are as a planet and as a galaxy and solar system is that we are now in a place in the cosmos that the veils are being lifted. The veils are kind of ripping, ripping aside. And with that, we are going to have the ability, we do have the ability to shift our focus from mental to physical to spiritual and be whole in each. There's no reason why we cannot be whole human beings. There is no reason why we can't be whole emotional beings or spiritual beings or wholly connected to our source with just a switch of our focus, our intention, where our thought stream is going. So I hope this kind of explains a little bit about, what is the light body and why are we doing this now? What is the light body? The light body is, to wrap it up, the light body is your light grid that is around your body. It resonates your physical, it resonates your emotional, it resonates your spiritual, and it is your connection to source. Why are we doing it now? Because of the placement of what is happening with our galaxy, with our cosmos, where the universe is shifting, and now we are kind of in that alignment where we have the capability to do this. So this is why, and this is what.